here are my top 5 offenses in baseball. At number 5, I have the San Diego Padres. Fernando Tatis Jr. had quite the offseason. MLB The Show cover boy signed his mega deal, pairing him with Manny Machado over at third base. That makes for one of the best 1-2 punches in all of baseball. In 60 games in the 2020 season, they scored 325 runs, which would translate to 877 over a 162 game series, which would be a franchise record for the Padres. This team is electric. They're going to be extremely fun to watch. They have other guys to complement those two well, and Eric Hosmer, Trent Grisham, Tommy Pham. Cronenworth had an incredible year last year. I'm really excited to watch this team. I think they're going to be very exciting. Slam Diego will be back in full force this season, which leads me to number 4, the Southsiders, the Chicago White Sox. I am all in on this team this year. From the top of the lineup to the bottom, they have Tim Anderson leading it off. He is so much fun to watch. Bat flips galore. We love that. Luis Robert is arguably a 6-tool player, according to Frank Thomas. I don't know what those 6 tools would be, but he has 6 of them, and I'm excited to watch. They have the reigning MVP, Jose Abreu. They have a perfect mixture of vets, I think, to go with this lineup. Yasmani Grandal. This team just continues to get better and better as these young guys get older. And speaking of young guys, Nick Madrigal, who I have as my Rookie of the Year pick, he hit 340 in over 100 at-bats last year in a shortened season. This is his official rookie year. I am super excited to watch him go, and I'm super excited to see what Tony La Russa can do with this young squad this year. All right, at number 3, I have the Atlanta Braves. I grew up a huge Atlanta Braves fan back in the 90s when this team was so much fun to watch, and honestly, I think the team this year is going to be even more fun to watch. The reigning NL MVP, Freddie Freeman. Acuna doesn't get more exciting than him. The return of Marcell Ozuna is a huge one for me. Re-signing him is the reason I have them in the 3 slot. This team is just not as good without him. That was a huge addition to get back in the lineup. Ozzie Albies continues to become one of the best second basemen in baseball. I'm extremely excited to see what he can continue to do. And Travis d'Arnaud had a great year behind the plate last year. This team is so much fun, and hot take, Ronald Acuna Jr. is my MVP choice this year. I have him going 40-40. He is so much fun to watch, so electric. He is my NL MVP choice, and the Braves are my number 3 offense this year. Which leads me to number 2, the New York Yankees. No surprise, this lineup is going to be very good, but one thing about them is the injuries. They need to get through a season healthy with Aaron Judge, with Giancarlo Stanton. Those two are very, very good players, but often get bit by the injury bug. So the big thing for them is staying healthy. If those two can stay healthy, this offense could be the best in all of baseball. But it doesn't end there. DJ LeMahieu at the top of that lineup continues to be just one of the best average hitters in all of the league. That guy is just always on base and is like the perfect contrast to all the power guys they have following. Judge, Stanton, Luke Voit, Gleyber Torres, the young stud at shortstop. This lineup just does not give up. 1 through 9, they have a really good lineup. And the wild card for me with this New York Yankees lineup is Gary Sanchez. We all know he has all the ability in the world, but can he get back into form? He had a really down 2020 season. The ability is all there. If he can come through for this lineup, this team will be one of the most dangerous offenses in all of baseball and just continue to 1 through 9 not let up and be very, very dangerous. And at number 1, the reigning World Series champs, the Los Angeles Dodgers. This one comes as no surprise. Mookie Betts, former MVP Cody Bellinger, World Series MVP Corey Seager. The list just goes on and on and on. Justin Turner back at third base. This team is going to put up historic numbers. I fully believe with a full season of 162 games, with Mookie, Bellinger, and Justin Turner right in the heart of that order, that this team's going to put up the best offensive numbers that we have seen in the history of this game. This team is electric, and it continues on down the lineup. Max Muncy in probably the 6th hole. This team's 6, 7, and 8 batters could be 2, 3, 4 batters for every other team in this lineup. It is full of all-stars from top to bottom. They did lose Kike Hernandez and Jock Peterson, but I really don't see that being a big issue at all. They have a ton of talent coming up through the pipeline still. They have Edwin Rios on the bench, Gavin Lux. It just doesn't stop. It's actually kind of unfair. But that is a big reason they are the favorites to win the 2021 World Series, and I believe this offense will put up historic numbers, which is why I have them at the #1 best offense in the MLB.